Hey, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to the talking shit with the Manic Genius and the
Yo,
sophisticated jerk.
what you got in that cup?
Oh man, just some water, man. Staying healthy. Water and a little bit of vodka. Yeah, I was trying to
So
play it off.
ice.
Yeah, some tonic and some. But nah, man, today, man, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna reply to a Reddit scenario. So I got a good one for us, man. It is actually weird as hell, but we're
I'm
gonna
gonna have
answer
fun
the
reading
question.
that.
We're gonna break it down and give them a solution on this shit. So, what was you about to say?
I said I'm gonna have fun reading this one. You said it's wild.
Oh, it is crazy. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. All right, can you see that?
It's loading. There we go. I can see it.
All right.
Perfect. I don't got my water with me. Uh, is it weird that my 22 oh that my boyfriend's dad asked about my sex life? So the girl's 22, female. Her boyfriend is a 30-year-old male. And the title is again, is it weird that my boyfriend's dad asked about my sex life? Off the rip, I'm gonna go with a yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll read it. Today my boyfriend's, which is a 30-year-old male, dad, and I, which she's a 22-year-old female, went for a walk in the mountains. So she went with a walk in the mountains with her boyfriend's dad. I've spent the last few days with them to meet them for the first time. While we were on this walk, he asked me about my sex life with his son, my boyfriend. He asked me if his son satisfied me in the bedroom, and he asked if my libido was higher or lower than his. He also asked about whether I was adventurous or not in the bedroom, and if I nag him for sex. He said men don't like a woman that nags men for sex.
That is
I'm
definitely
also
weird.
a Christian, and my boyfriend's family isn't religious. My boyfriend's dad also asked if I was going to make his son wait for sex until marriage if we weren't already having sex, which we are having sex, but I just felt weird talking about all this with his dad, who I had just met for the first time.
Mm.
I answered his questions because I felt a bit awkward and I felt that I had to. But I also said my family is a bit conservative and we don't usually talk about these things. My boyfriend's dad said it's important to uh, talk about it, and that's why he brought it up. But I can't help but feel it was a bit inappropriate. I'm not sure if I should tell my boyfriend that his dad asked me these questions or if I should just leave it and forget about it. I've never had this happen before, and I was wondering if this is normal. What say you, the sophisticated jerk?
All right, so tackling the first question, I'm not sure if I should tell my boyfriend. You better tell him ASAP because his dad is giving me like throw you in the trunk of the car and he gonna drive you to the forest type shit, like in them thriller movies and shit. Yeah, because that's odd that he's like approaching her like this frank and talk about somebody's sex life. I couldn't imagine doing that with nobody. So yeah, definitely you need to talk to your boyfriend about this whole conversation and be like, hey, what's up
What's up
with your
with your dad?
father?
Yeah.
And he definitely crossed some lines. And if his son's like, hey, what's the issue with my dad asking you that? Then you're in a weirdo family, and you got to kick rocks ASAP. You know,
Yeah.
my man be like Buffalo Bill on Hannibal and shit. So yeah, you got to ask them questions. Matter of fact, wait till you get. Don't do it at their house, whatever. If you're still kicking it with them, wait till you get back in like civilization, then ask him. And if he's like on some, like I said, like, hey man, what's wrong? My dad should be asking you that type of stuff. Then you got to cut ties at that moment because yeah, this is some high level weirdo shit. But my bad, I'll let you.
Nah,
Which
I have the exact same sentiment. This is definitely weird that a father would be asking these questions at especially at this depth. You know, I don't think it would be out of bounds to like say you should have a healthy sex life, but like to ask specific questions on regarding it, that's definitely out of line. Um, and him taking you alone on a walk, in the mountains or whatever, where the hell they went for a walk in the mountains just alone. Like that's already suspicious. Like, why couldn't he have that conversation with you just like right outside the house? You know, but that's why, because he wanted to, make you feel awkward and, just kind of get a gauge of, how far he could go with it. Like if you were just super comfortable with it, and he probably would have pressured some other questions, and who knows what he was thinking in his mind. So yeah, definitely out of bounds. Definitely tell your boyfriend.
Yeah. Nah, this is almost like, the mom should have been talking to her. Yeah, but the dad,
Absolutely.
like you said on that walk and stuff, like definitely weird, man. Like, let me ask you, because you brought up something when you was like mentioning that part, and then we'll go to the last part. We'll tackle that, like,
Mhm.
because that's pretty quick. Do you think the dad was like trying to like holler at her?
Oh yeah, he's definitely trying to hit on some like sneak, like see how far he could take it. I don't know if it's like to get revenge. Maybe his son did something to him in the past. Maybe he got a stepmom and his son crossed one of those lines, and it's like, hey, this is his ultimate payback. But or he's just a weird guy. But I mean, the son is kind of a little off too for because he. I mean, we don't know the relationship that they have because he might not even grew up with his dad. He might have met his dad later in life and whatnot. So yeah, I can't really speak. We need some more information, but yeah, the dad was definitely, you don't ask those type of questions unless you're trying
But
to
I,
get.
I think you was hitting on something. I think the son was out of bounds. Like, cause like, man, I got a son that's like around there, well, 22. But like if his girlfriend, like say he was about to get married, man, we're gonna have like a talk at the dinner table with
Yeah,
everybody. I ain't about to, hey, let's go for a walk, me and you. And then so like this for the son that I couldn't even imagine like when I was younger, like my dad, like, hey, let me take
take
your
your.
wife for a walk and talk. But like, man, hell no. Like so yeah,
Yeah,
something ain't right. But I definitely do think like the dad was trying to holler at her, like you said, let me see what reaction she got. And yeah,
I'm
my
gonna gauge
son
it.
gonna have to chalk this up as a loss because she's
Yeah,
she's hella thick, She-
daddy needs to eat.
yeah. Yeah, my man was trying to pull up like shit. She holler at me, hey, shit,
What's
it's a
that
wrap for my
movie?
son.
Don't be a menace in the hood while drinking juice. Where
Oh
he's
yeah.
like, hey, he's like, man, you can't bring none. But if you bring a woman in this house, I gotta fuck him first. Like,
Yeah, my man was like blatant with it. He was like, yeah, make sure I hit that first.
yeah, that was the dad. So this is the vibes he's giving. I wish we had that clip because we could just cut it right in here.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But yeah, nah. So yeah, definitely. I think the father was like you said, trying to pry a little bit. He saw that. He was like, oh yeah, nah, she's official. Like
Yeah.
my son did good on that, but he still owe me for that like guitar that he smashed or something,
Yeah,
like my
yeah.
car. So yeah,
He owes me for those
he's
student loans I
yeah,
signed
yeah.
for.
He was like, payback's a bitch. Like, nah, I'm about to escalate on this. But all right, so the last question she asked, I never had this happen before. Neither did most people. But she's like, I'm wondering if this is normal. So
Oh, that's an easy one. No, it is not normal
hell no.
to get that. It's normal to have a conversation and try to like, especially sharing insight on relationship dynamics. But like you said, that is a conversation that should be had in front of everybody because the son should be getting that information too. Like, if there's relationship dynamics and they're coming from like a good space, then yeah, they should both be hearing that. Like, and I don't think it would have got as sexual because the son would have definitely checked him and be like, "Oh, what are you talking about, Dad? Like, don't be a weirdo." Like, I think that's why he tried to isolate her and get that one on one.
But man, like I said, I like that would be a conversation I'll have with my own son.
Oh yeah, yeah, for
And
sure.
even some of that shit would be like a little
That's too
awkward.
much. Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
it's just like, yeah, like you said, we're sitting at the table. Like, I want to be like pioneer. I said, I'll be like more or less like, hey, man, like, how y'all gonna raise the kid? Type of,
Hmm.
those type of conversations. Like, hey, how y'all gonna spend the holidays? Stuff that they're probably not thinking about. But like the sexual shit is like, man, I don't see a
That's none of your
place for that,
business.
anyways. Maybe one
Yeah,
on one with
facts.
my son, we're having guy talk. Like, hey, man, everything good in that arena? And if he's like, yeah, no, we straight. Like, okay, cool, keep it moving. Like, like
Hmm.
let's get some whiskey and a cigar after that. We ain't gotta like pry, but with the depth that this father was going, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was looking for a girlfriend, like he was looking for a come up off his son.
Yeah, that's messed up too.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. But we'll go ahead and close this out. So yeah, you come across this Reddit, man. We gave you the answer.
Yeah.
Dip up out of this relationship. Just based off of this, I would leave the son. Just be like, man, it's just too weird. I think you should leave him. I don't care, like, if the fact that he brought you in that proximity with his dad like that, like, just cut ties with that. Because think about it, man. This is your eventually, if you have kids with him, this is your kids' grandparents. So yeah, nah, damn that. Like,
you have a daughter, you can't leave it with that. You can't leave it with that grandfather. I don't
daughter,
know what
anybody. Like, I wouldn't leave my goddamn animal with this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like,
Can't leave a daughter, son, dog,
shit,
cat.
dog, yeah,
This
goldfish.
man has got
Like,
sex on
man,
the
I would
brain.
leave nothing around him. Like, nah, this the type of cat that be in your house, man. He be all in there like laundry basket, be like,
Oh, one of those type of
yeah, like,
taking
nah,
deep breaths.
Nah, get up out of there. Leave now. This is for safety reasons. But all right, man, we'll go ahead and close this out.
Yeah.
Y'all keep tuning in, man. We're sending us like different Reddits. Everybody, so a couple of people send us the Reddits, so we'll start breaking these down also and other clips. But thanks for tuning in. Peace.
Peace.